A very good morning to all of you. In this class, I am going to start with another important topic of chapter molecular basis of inheritance, and the topic is transcription. Before going to start, first revise our previous class content, that is the DNA, structure of DNA, in which we have discussed about the double helical structure of DNA. The two strands are antiparallel in direction. Also they are formed by the polynucleotides. And each nucleotide is formed by the three components. These are pentose, sugar, nitrogenous bases, purine and pyrimidine, adenine and guanine are purine, and pyrimidines are cytosine and thymine. Now rest is the phosphate group. Now after this, the search of DNA, different experiment we have studied in previous class. Now these experiments are Griffith experiment, transforming experiment, when he was doing experiment on the Streptococcus pneumoniae. They identified in their lab or in their culturing medium, there are two type of strains observed. First is rough type, that the Streptococci are not able to synthesize the mucopolysaccharide, but some of the smooth type of Streptococci obtained, where the bacteria form the mucopolysaccharide, and they are unable actually the rough type do not cause any disease, so they are considered as non-virulent, whereas the smooth type of Streptococci are able to cause the disease pneumonia. That's why they are known as virulent type of bacteria. And the Griffith in 1928 gave the experiment, that is transforming principle. According to them, the R type of bacteria or Streptococci are able to transform into the S type of bacteria, but behind the conversion or behind the transformation, what was actually the reason behind the transformation? He did not give the reason behind this conversion. Now the biochemical characterization of Griffith's experiment or transforming principle done by the different three scientists, that is Oswald, MacLean or McCarthy or Colleen. When they was doing experiment, they identified the biochemical behind the transformation was the DNA molecule, and for identifying the DNA molecule, they use three type of enzyme, that is DNase, RNase and polymerase. Now next to these, finally genetic material discovered in 1952 or 1952 by the Alfred Hershey and Martha Chase, and they identified that the DNA is the genetic material on the basis of the centrifugation, result of centrifugation, or they grew the bacteriophage. They was working on the bacteriophage, that actually the characteristic of the bacteriophage are they transfer their genetic material in the bacteria so that they infect the bacteria, or by the transferring of their genetic material in bacteria. Now bacteria, the cytoplasm of bacteria are able or are the site of bacteriophage synthesis, the viruses that infect the bacteria. Now for the identification of the bacterial for differentiation, also for the differentiation and identification of genetic material of bacteriophage from the bacteria, they use the radioactive sulfur and radioactive phosphorus. Now behind the Hershey and Chase discovered the the DNA is the genetic material. After this, so many experiments done by the different scientists. Taylor also did the same, actually done the same experiment on the plant actually, or they identified that the DNA is the genetic material also. Like Taylor, some of the other scientists are also present, or they identified the DNA is the genetic material. Now come to the next topic, that DNA replication. We have already discussed in previous class that the DNA is the how the DNA replicates, and because every organism need to replicate or duplicate their genetic material, because they need to, if they are undergoes in reproduction or simply division of cells. So in the daughter cell, if the genetic material is not present, so they are not able to synthesize the protein molecule which are required for their metabolic activities, or for the production of new organism, for the reproduction of new organism. There is also need to synthesize the protein by that daughter organism. So that's why the genetic material is important, because gene expression is the most significant feature of the DNA molecule. Now let us discuss about the for the DNA replication, or DNA undergoes in the duplication process, where the whole set of DNA get duplicated in the S phase of cell cycle, that we have already discussed in previous class, where the synthesis of DNA takes place in the S phase of cell cycle, or in S phase is the phase of interphase, and interphase have the three phase G1, S and G2 phase. G2 phase, then after interphase M phase will occur, where the cell divides into two daughter cell. For the division, the cell which undergoes in division process, which undergoes in mitosis division or whatever the meiosis division, finally that cell actually synthesize the DNA molecule or get duplicated. If there is no need for synthesis of two cell or reproduction of cell, so cell do not undergoes in the replication or duplication or synthesis process of DNA. Now let us discuss, as we already discussed in previous class, that the DNA molecule have the three in the replication process that undergoes in 3 steps, or divided. The whole process can be divided into 3 steps. First is initiation, second is elongation, third is termination. And initiation, that is simply starting of DNA replication, where the different enzymes come and attach to the DNA molecule so that the DNA get easily replicated. And in elongation, that is addition of 1 by 1 nucleotide, that is DNTP, or deoxynucleotide triphosphate simply. And finally, after the addition, the final step is termination. After the termination, there is proofreading also done by the DNA molecule. That means ki, if any mismatch occur, because the speed of replication process or speed of elongation process approximately 2000 base pair per second, so there is some the mistakes are possible during the synthesis of DNA. So decrease the amount of so that's why the decrease the chances of the mutation also, because any changes occur in the DNA that cause mutation. So there is proofreading takes place by the DNA molecule. Now in the transcription, today let's move to the today's topic, that is transcription. First we discuss what is transcription, then we discuss about the transcription unit and the process of transcription. So according to the Francis Crick, he gave the central dogma hypothesis, as we discussed previous class, that the DNA undergoes in transcription, undergoes in the formation of RNA. So RNA will be formed from the DNA molecule, and from RNA the protein can be synthesized in the cytoplasm. So this process, that is the central dogma hypothesis given by the Watson and Crick, or they give the that the DNA undergoes in the synthesis of the RNA, and RNA further undergoes in the synthesis of the protein in the protein. So and DNA synthesized from the DNA molecule. So that process is known as transcription, where the RNA synthesized from DNA, that the process is known as transcription. Now the protein synthesized from the RNA, and the process is known as translation. And here The DNA synthesized from DNA, that is known as DNA replication. So the process of this is the central dogma hypothesis that was given by the Watson and Crick. Now let us discuss about the transcription, that is synthesis of RNA from the DNA molecule. In the transcription process, the human genome or multicellular genome or eukaryotic genome have the monocistronic gene. That means the single gene can synthesize only a single type of protein. But the prokaryotic genome is polycistronic. That means a single gene segment of DNA can synthesize more than one type of protein. Now that's why the characteristic of eukaryotic genome is monocistronic, and the prokaryotic genome polycistronic. For the transcription, polycistronic, that means synthesize more a single or small segment of DNA can synthesize more than one type of protein in case of prokaryote, and in case of eukaryote they only synthesize single type of protein from a small segment of DNA or genes. Now in the whole DNA, first for the transcription, the enzymes which are required for the transcription process is RNA polymerase second, like DNA polymerase, but the DNA polymerase is the DNA dependent DNA polymerase, also known to be DNA dependent DNA polymerase. In such case, the RNA polymerase second is simply also said to be DNA dependent RNA polymerase. That is, they polymerize RNA molecule but depend on the DNA molecule on the basis of when they because they read the DNA molecule one by one, they only copy the code of DNA molecule. But during the transcription process, here the adenosine is the molecule. They bind with the DNA molecule. The adenosine bind with the thymine, but in case of transcription process, the adenosine always bind with the uracil by the double hydrogen bond. Hydrogen bond will be so similar as in case of the DNA molecule, where the DNA molecule, where in the DNA molecule the adenine or adenosine bind with the double, because adenosine, that is deoxyadenosine triphosphate. They are written as simply this type, but in case of DNA, in case of RNA, the adenosine, the energetic or substrate, also said to be substrate, is not deoxy, simply adenosine triphosphate. That how many substrate used during the synthesis of the RNA molecule? All the substrates are in the form of triphosphate, that is ATP, guanosine triphosphate, cytosine triphosphate, and uracil triphosphate. So these are the phosphate where where in the DNA, in the DNA molecule, all these triphosphate or the substrate can be written in the form of in the DNTP, that is deoxy nucleotide triphosphate, that is if we have to write the adenosine triphosphate, or in respect to adenosine, or in respect to thymine, or in respect to cytosine, so we can write only this type: deoxyadenosine triphosphate, deoxyguanosine triphosphate. But in case of similarly deoxycytosine triphosphate and deoxythymine triphosphate. But in case of ATP, in case of RNA, the energetic molecule or the substrate molecule only written in the form of adenosine triphosphate, because as we already discussed in previous class, in the structure of the RNA, RNA have the hydroxyl group on 2' position, or whereas in DNA molecule the pentose sugar or ribose sugar do not have the hydroxyl group in the 2' at the 2' position, but in the RNA molecule the pentose sugar have the hydroxyl group. That's why the RNA act as a catalyst. Sometimes the RNA act as a catalyst, or they are more reactive as compared to the DNA molecule because of the presence of 2' hydroxyl group. Also, that's why the RNA molecule is less stable as compared to the DNA molecule. Now, these are the some important nitrogenous bases. Let's move to the reason, or the because the and the polymerase simply. So what are these molecules? These are RNA polymerase first, RNA polymerase second, RNA polymerase third. It can be written in the form of DNA dependent RNA polymerase, whatever the type is, first, second, third, so on. So the RNA polymerase second is responsible for the synthesis of, mainly they do their work in the synthesis of mRNA, where third synthesize tRNA and the first synthesize rRNA, that is ribosomal RNA. So three type of RNA generally found in the eukaryotic as well as in prokaryotic. These three type of RNA, the rRNA, tRNA and mRNA. So all these together synthesized from the DNA molecule, or the synthesis always takes place in the direction of 5' to 3', as in case of like DNA molecule. But the difference in the synthesis of RNA molecule or the synthesis of DNA molecule is from the DNA molecule self, or only one RNA molecule can be synthesized, because if both the strand undergoes in the synthesis process or transcription process, so they synthesize a small segment of DNA molecule can synthesize the two type of protein, that makes more complication as compared to the single one. So that's why the only one strand undergoes in the transcription process during the synthesis process. So from the DNA molecule, the three types of RNA synthesized from the DNA molecule or transcription takes place. After the transcription, the rRNA synthesized, that is transfer RNA, tRNA synthesized, rRNA synthesized from the DNA molecule, and the mRNA synthesized from the DNA molecule. So the mRNA is most important, because the mRNA have almost code for the protein synthesis, and rRNA is the ribosomal RNA, or simply said to be ribosomes, whatever the type of ribosome, 70S or 80S. 70S is present in prokaryote, so 70S synthesized in prokaryote, while the 80S rRNA synthesized in case of eukaryote. Now the tRNA, rRNA and mRNA works together in the protein synthesis process. So that's why the whole they actually are because as we already know, the RNA have the catalytic properties. So say they simply the rRNA catalyze the reaction or catalyze the bond formation in between the amino acids, or in between the peptide bond in between the two amino acid forms, and the polypeptide chain get formed by the after the catalyzing or after the catalysis rRNA catalysis which catalyze the reaction, or tRNA simply transfer the amino acid to the rRNA so that they can bind one by one amino acid and form the protein, or mRNA help because tRNA only bind with the codons, so they have the anticodon, or we have discussed. So later we will discuss about the translation process, but in this class during the transcription process, so let us discuss about the two DNA strand, which DNA strand undergoes in the transcription process. So if here is the DNA molecule which have the polarity in, for example, in 5' to 3' direction, as we discussed previous that the two strands are antiparallel in direction. So here is 5' to the DNA molecule which has its polarity in 5' to 3', and the second one has polarity in 3' to 5'. So they are antiparallel in direction. So which strand undergoes in the synthesis? So like the DNA replication or like the synthesis of DNA molecule, the RNA molecule also undergoes in the RNA molecule also undergoes synthesis in the direction of 5' to 3'. That is, addition of one by one nucleoside takes place in the direction of 5' to 3'. But if, for example, if this one undergoes in the synthesis process, transcription process, so the synthesis of not takes place in the direction continuous synthesis, because like the DNA molecule, this strand undergoes in the discontinuous synthesis, that is Okazaki fragment synthesized in the strand which has polarity in 5' to 3'. So like the DNA, they also synthesize RNA molecule in the fragments form. So that's why the strand which has polarity in 5' to 3' do not undergoes in replication process. Only one strand undergoes in the transcription process that has polarity in 3' to 5' in direction. So they can only synthesize the continuous strand in 5' to 3' in direction, and the strand which has polarity or which undergoes in the synthesis of RNA or transcription process, that strand is known as template strand. Template strand, and this one is known as coding strand. Coding strand. The strand which has polarity in 3' to 5' actually is a template strand because they undergoes in the synthesis process, or they synthesize the RNA molecule and undergoes in transcription process, or they can synthesize continuous strand of RNA. So that's why they are the template strand and has polarity in 3' to 5' in direction. Opposite to this strand that has 5' to 3' in polarity is a coding strand, or simply because now let us discuss about the why the both of the strand like DNA molecule not undergoes in the transcription process. So here, if both of the strands undergoes in the transcription process, for example, here is the adenine, adenine, cytosine, guanine and cytosine, or simply here is, because both are complementary to each other, so here is thymine, thymine, guanosine, cytosine, and here is guanosine. Now, for example, if both the strands are synthesized, so what will be the sequence of these? For example, a small segment of the DNA undergoes in the transcription process. So here is thymine, so adenine is added, adenine is added, guanosine, cytosine is added, cytosine, guanosine, and cytosine is added. Now this strand, if this strand is also undergoes in the synthesis process, so the second strand, here is mRNA, messenger RNA also said to be. So this one, because adenine always bind with thymine, but in case of RNA there is thymine replaced by uracil, so uracil added. Here is also uracil added. Now cytosine, adenine, cytosine, guanine, cytosine, and cytosine, guanine. Now, if we compare these two strands, if both the strand undergoes in the transcription process, so there are the two type of RNA will be formed from the single or small fragment of DNA. So as we compare, the genetic code are different with each other. So, and two type of proteins are synthesized by these two type of mRNA molecule. So that's why the protein synthesis, that's why for this purpose, so they more complicate the structure of the protein, because only we need only one type of protein. So the small fragment of DNA gets open to synthesize mRNA molecule. For mRNA, if both undergoes in the transcription process, both mRNA synthesized, but we need only the protein which are synthesized, which is synthesized by this one, mRNA first. So somehow this transferred into the cytoplasm. So there are two type of protein synthesized by this. We only require this protein, not this one protein. The protein synthesized by the second, only that protein. So every time the one extra protein synthesized in the body, but we need only one type of protein, only because cell is the small structural unit or functional unit of the organism. So there is no need for the extra amount of the protein. For every synthesis, so many thousands of protein every time synthesized in our cell or in our cell. So there is no need for every second we form the extra protein inside the cell. So that's why they only synthesize a single fragment of DNA or single strand of DNA, so that we can only synthesize the required protein only, not whole the extra protein every time that we don't need for synthesis. So that's why the only one strand undergoes in the transcription process. So second reason is because both strands are complementary to each other. So adenine and uracil bind double hydrogen bond, and adenine or uracil again bind double hydrogen bond, cytosine guanine triple hydrogen bond, guanine cytosine again triple hydrogen bond, and cytosine guanine triple hydrogen bond. So they form the double stranded RNA. Because both the strands are complementary to each other, so that's why the RNA molecule form the double stranded RNA molecule. So the double stranded RNA molecule are not able to undergo in the protein synthesis process, because the ribosome only bind with the single stranded, so they can easily read the genetic sequence over the RNA molecule, mRNA molecule. So they are unable to synthesize protein from the double-stranded RNA, or this is the type of phenomena of gene silencing or RNA silencing, which generally takes place in case of eukaryote when any wrong mRNA synthesized, or there is need to degeneration of mRNA, that the cell, eukaryotic cell, undergoes in the formation of complementary strand of the. Finally, they undergoes in the silencing process, where the different protein dicer cut the fragments of into the fragments of these double stranded RNA, or finally the RNA, mRNA goes in degeneration or degenerated inside the cell. So the eukaryotic phenomena in which the cell undergoes in the silencing process. Now here is the overall characteristics of transcription. Rest of the characteristic and transcriptional unit we discuss in the next class. So I hope you like this video, understand this video. So thank you for listening and watching.